Hi everyone! Today we are going to the North Carolina Fiber Festival. I am wearing my October sweater. I wanted to wear something that I knit, but it's quite cold out right now. But it's going to be quite warm out later, so I'm a little worried I'm going to be hot, but I am so excited to wear it out. It's almost 8 o'clock, so I'm going with my roommate, so we're gonna go get some coffee and then make our way over to Raleigh. It's about stopping to get coffee and stuff. It'll be about probably an hour drive, and it starts at 9. So yeah, I'm ready to get going, and I have a few things I want to pick up today at the store. Well, at the vendors. I'm looking for a few different yarns that I hope I can find. So I figured I'd take you along with me to go see. This is my first time going, so I'm a little nervous. I'm going to be overwhelmed, but I'm excited nonetheless. So we're going to get going. I'm here with Binks. Binks is here with me. But I will see you later. Yeah, I'm going to finish getting ready, and then we're going to get going.
You guys see stitch markers?
Show me your stitch markers.
This is not gonna show.
They're so pretty. I am ready to talk about my experience at the Fiber Festival. So today is Saturday. It is the day after I have gone to the Fiber Festival. I was going to film this yesterday, but we ended up going to a few more places after, and by the time we got home, I just wanted to relax and enjoy the rest of my night. So I'm filming this today, the morning after, and I'm super ready to talk about it because I had a lot of fun. So this was my very first time going to the Carolina Fiber Festival, and also my very first time going to a fiber festival in general. So everything was brand new to me. I have no idea like how any of it worked. I had a general idea from the vendors and like just the nature of a fiber festival, but this was my very first time. It was held in Raleigh at the State Fairgrounds in an exposition center inside, which was super nice because it was very cold outside in the morning. We got there around 9:30-ish by the time we got parked and walked to the convention center or the expo hall. I had bought tickets online to save time in case there was a large line, which ended up being a little bit more pricey. So for one day it was $7, and I got 2 tickets, and it came out to be about $20 online with all the fees and things as stuff like that happens online. But you could also buy tickets at the door. Buying tickets online was just like a nice, easy skip the line. The line was not long at all when we got in. I mean, it was long, but compared to some lines that I've seen, it was fast moving, easy peasy. But we didn't wait in line for more than about 5 seconds for the person to scan our QR codes, and then we were in. The expo hall itself was really large, very spacious, lots of room between like aisles and booths and things, which I really appreciate. There's nothing I hate more than skinny aisles with booths that people are both like taking their time to look at and taking up space on end caps and things like that, and also a very narrow walkway. So I really appreciated all the room each like aisle had. That was great. There were a lot of vendors. I don't exactly remember how many vendors. I will have to look at the pamphlet to see. Definitely over 30. I'm fairly certain. I remember it saying that on the list of vendors. But there was a variety of vendors that sold yarn, sold fleece, and also like roving yarn and roving services and things like that, like unspun yarn. You could go make your own like special spun yarn, weaving, roving. There was also people that sold other handmade goods like baskets and bags and knitting accessories and notions and things like that. So there's a really good variety. There's also a booth for used equipment sale, which was awesome, and also a section for competition of handmade goods. I mainly went to look at yarn and knitting notions or crochet notions, but I really had a lot of fun looking at a lot of the roving yarns and like weaving stuff. I don't particularly have any interest in any of that, but it was very fascinating to see, and I love the yarn because most of it is all in these such pretty vibrant colors, and it looks so soft and fluffy, but that is a whole other category of yarn work or fiber work that I am restricting myself from getting into because that's more, I'm not talented enough for that. So I will stick with the already spun yarn. I had a lot of fun going up and down. I pretty much, any kind of time that I go to a big market type of thing like this, I will do kind of one first look, and I'll go back and forth and look at everything to get a vague idea, maybe mentally note shops I want to go back to and come back to it on my second run. But that's typically my plan when we go in. I start at one end, go up and down everything, and then kind of do a second one, but slower walk. I really stop and look at anything just so I don't like hastily buy the first thing that I see in case I see something better later on. So I bought some things for myself, and my roommate, my best friend that I went to, bought some things for herself. I will be showing off my things that I bought, one which is a gift from my roommate, but I will show it off anyway because I still have it since it's technically a birthday gift and her birthday is tomorrow, but she already knows about it, but I want to show it off because I really like it. So my main goal going in there was to find kind of one special yarn. I don't particularly buy hand-dyed yarn because a lot of it tends to be variegated, and I'm not a big variegated yarn person. I don't really knit socks, even though I would like to try to knit socks, but I am not someone that like does the crazy colors and the variegation and things like that. No socks, no shawls, no hats. I'm not opposed to any of them. It's just not my style at this time. And the socks I do want to knit would be solid color. But that was my goal, to find just kind of a really special yarn, not only that I could experiment with and make something, but also just as like a memory, you know, I could make something knowing that, oh, I got this year at the Fiber Festival, and then this is kind of like a, not necessarily a one-of-a-kind yarn, but, you know, it's not a commercial yarn. It's a hand-dyed local yarn that I purchased at the festival. So that was the plan going in. I had a lot of trouble deciding because, you know, I just said I was not a variegated yarn person, but oh my god, there were so many pretty variegated yarns. I want to be a variegated yarn person now. That's what I can say. There were so many, and I know my videos do not do justice because I am still quite new to vlogging, and I got very nervous vlogging, and I wasn't sure what was allowed and what was not. Of course, I could always ask, but towards the end, when I really wanted to like kind of record things that I was considering getting, there were so many people, and it was just quite awkward, and I really wanted to focus on choosing my yarn, and I finally ended up choosing a yarn kind of at the very last minute because I wasn't not going to pick it up because I was like, you know, I don't really know, because I wanted a combination of this yarn and the mohair that went with it. And if you've ever bought hand-dyed yarn, it is quite pricey. Just the nature of it, the hand dyeing, the normally small business aspect, so it is quite pricey as opposed to commercial yarns. But I could not stop thinking about this yarn, and I so wish I got the like display that I picked it off of, because oh my god, it was beautiful. I'll put some pictures of like I think I found a picture of the display that the yarn shop posted on Instagram, and also some photos of the actual collection that I bought from. So this is my yarn of choice. Like, hello? She is gorgeous. She is so gorgeous. I hope the light is doing it justice. It has like little, I wouldn't say sparkly sparkles, but definitely got some sparkles in there. This is from Miss Babs, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, yarn. It is a fingering weight, hand-dyed, 92% superwash merino wool, and 8% lurex. Half of it's cut off, but I think it's lurex. This is Estrelita yarn. This is that collection, which, if I'm understanding correctly from their website, is kind of their line of this sparkly yarn. Like all the yarns, when I was looking online about it, just all the yarns that had this nice little sparkle in it. So this is the Spring at Pullen Park collection, and this, on the tag, it does say Carolina Fiberfest 2025. So I will definitely be keeping this tag, and I think it's just really perfect. I'm unsure if this was a specific special dye lot collection for the Fiberfest, which I'm going to assume it is, considering it has that on the tag, but I'm so glad I picked it up. So this is a fingering weight yarn, 400 yards, 365 meters. This is approximately 115 grams, so it is quite a hefty hank. It is hand dyed in Mountain City, Tennessee, USA. So not local, but local enough, close by to North Carolina. And I just fell in love. Like, I literally stood at the display of all this gorgeous yarn for like 15 minutes. Like, I could not leave. And I so desperately wanted to get the mohair, but I decided to stick with just the fingering weight. I got 3 skeins of it. So I have enough to make a garment. My original plan was to just get 1 skein and make like a little bag or something, but as I was picking up 1 skein, my roommate, she was like, just get another, like, you know you want to make something more, just get another. And I was like, okay. So I ended up getting 3, which I believe is enough for a vest or a kind of airy sweater, which is what I am thinking about doing. I have some patterns that I will kind of go through and decide which one I want to choose for this. But this is I just can't get over it. It's beautiful. And I did wind it up into a cake this morning that I will show. So I have the tag here. This is what it looks like in the cake. Still just as gorgeous. Like, literally, come on. You can't make it up. It's so pretty. So each one of these balls was $28, which I think is a really good price for how much you get. 440 yards, 365 meters. I think that's just wonderful. It is machine washable because it is a superwash, and then dry flat. So I have only worked with superwash yarn once, so I'm a little nervous, but I will figure out something to do and use this yarn in a very special project. But I'm so happy with that. Okay, my next yarn purchase is my gift for my roommate, but I want to show it off anyway because I also fell in love with this. I think it's so pretty. So one of the hanks has kind of come undone, so I've got to be careful. But this is a little, like, kit, a fingering kit, a bundle, like a little sample, small skein, mini skein bundle. And look, I don't need to even explain to you the reason why I picked this for her. So as we were browsing, she found this really beautiful little scarf shawl thing, and she really loved it, and she really loved the colors. It was kind of this dark blue and kind of sprinkly pink and white color, which is not these colors, well, the pink, but not the dark blue. But we stopped at this shop. It is from Gypsy Mountain Farm, and they have like this whole collection. Another kind of, I'm not sure if this was a special collection for the fair like the Miss Babs one was, but they had a whole variety of these colors. They had colors in the mohair selection, these little bundles, and then they had like proper sized hanks of them. But I saw this bundle. I actually was trying to sneak by it while she was away, but she came back too soon, so I had to spoil the surprise. But anyway, I was staring at it and I was wondering if I wanted to get it for her, because the whole time when we were looking at yarns, there was this one shop that I cannot remember the name of, but they had a ton of mini skein packs. Like, I'm talking like 50, 60 different varieties, and she was really interested in just the variety of colors, and she wasn't super sold on the idea until she saw the little scarf thing that she wanted. And then I saw this and I was like, well, this is beautiful. She can make it out of this or make whatever, you know. But let me tell you, this yarn is the softest yarn I have ever felt in my life. And it's soft in like just, oh my god, I want to hold it forever. I'm so jealous. I wish I got myself one, really. I was going to get myself the mohair pack, but I restrained myself. But I couldn't resist getting her this. So this is silk merino. It is a blend of silk merino and I believe, well, I guess it's silk and merino. That's the blend. So this is called Carolina Crocus, this little set here. So I believe it's probably a special set for the festival. This is a 4-ply fingering. It is 87 yards or 20 grams per mini skein with a total of 435 yards and 100 grams. So this was just, like, I instantly saw it and I couldn't say no. It is so soft and squishy, like, soft but not in the, like, unspun kind of going to fall apart kind of roving softness. It's just, I wish that I could allow you to feel it through the screen because it is that soft and squishy, and I am jealous, and whatever she makes out of it I will be stealing to wear for at least an hour to experience it. But it is just so cute. I can't wait to gift it to her for her birthday, which is tomorrow. But she already knows. It's kind of a spoiler, but it's okay. I would rather, especially when getting, like, special yarn, I would rather her know so I don't. We have pretty much the same exact taste, but, you know, I feel like I want to make sure that it's something special. And she is so in love with these colors right now. I mean, they just scream spring regardless. So it was a perfect present. And the final purchase I made at the Fiber Festival was a new project bag. So I have a couple project bags. I have a big, giant, like, tote project bag, which kind of holds all my important knitting stuff. So I have my knitting pattern binder in there, and then I have some other random notions, like I keep my extender cords in there and things like that. But I cannot really carry that around with me. And then I have a kind of medium-sized travel project bag that I got for Christmas, but is not something that I can, again, really take with me, like, to the cafe or anything. It's really if I'm going up to visit my parents, and I can take my yarn stuff all in there, like everything I need. So I've been on the hunt for a smaller, more portable project bag, because normally when I go out to knit at a cafe or something, I just use one of my larger reusable bags. Like, I have a Barnes & Noble one, which is fine, but it doesn't, you know, my yarn kind of goes everywhere in there. Really simple, easy, not serious problem. But I saw this project bag, and I had to get it. So this is a Legend of Zelda project bag. And just look how cute it is. It's the perfect size. Like, this is literally what I've been needing in my life. And it's Zelda, which I am a big, big Zelda fan. So big. And I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but I do have a Triforce tattoo on my arm. Zelda is literally my, like, entire life and childhood and just being half the time. So I was really excited to see this there at the shop, and I did not get the shop's card, so I will see if I can find it, and I'll put it somewhere up on the screen if I did find it in editing. But I was just so excited to see it. And on the inside it has purple Triforces. I love it. It's so perfect. And I like want to go out now and go knit somewhere. If I wasn't knitting something with both mohair and, like, regular yarn, I would sit in the living room and knit with it, but I have my yarn, like, holder for that just so they don't get tangled. But the second I have a one skein project, this is coming out even if I'm sitting on the couch. I'm so excited. So that was kind of all my fun purchases at the yarn festival. My roommate got a couple of other things for herself, like some stitch markers and some quilting things. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was, like, not as crazy as I wanted, which was great, because if I'm in too crowded places for too long, I get quite drained, as most people probably do. So I thought it was really nice. I love the atmosphere. I will definitely go again next year, or try to find another fiber festival nearby if there is one later this year, or sooner rather than later, I should say. But I will talk about one more yarn acquisition that I got kind of at the same time, but after. My roommate and I are planning to do our own little knit along, and we have been looking for yarn. We are making a, like, striped zip up polo long sleeve thing together. So, and I'll put the pattern over here. I don't remember the name off the top of my head because she has the pattern. I don't have it for once. But I'll put a photo of it over here. So we have been on the search for some yarn. We were kind of searching at the festival, but again, for the nature of these fiber festivals, you know, I would say 90% of the yarn that I saw was variegated hand dyed, which is, you know, you really want to show those things off at the festival. So we weren't really expecting to find any like super solid colors that we enjoyed. There were a few, but I wasn't super sold on them. So we ended up stopping at one of our local yarn shops by our apartment, and I was able to find my pair of yarns. So it is a striped polo, so we needed 2 yarns. And I really wanted to go neutral. I have been all about the neutrals lately. So it took me like, I don't know, 40 minutes in there to decide what like yarn to use, because it's a DK weight, and I was originally going to just get DK yarn so I didn't have to hold double, but I just couldn't find a proper color, which seems so weird because it's like it's a, you know, neutral color, but nothing was sticking to me until I turned around and saw the fingering yarn and I was just instantly sold the moment I saw these 2. So, and I've also really wanted to try this yarn as well. So I have picked up 2 colors of the Isager yarn. These are both fingering weight. So this is a like creamy neutral and then a light kind of brown. And here I am on my brown again. I would say it's probably almost very similar to my Cascade brown that I have, which I honestly probably just could have gotten that and saved a little bit of money. But I really wanted to try this yarn, and I was like, well, I'll give it a go for this because this is going to be something really special as well. So both of these are the Alpaca 2 lines. So these are 50% alpaca and 50% wool. They are 50-gram skeins, and they both have about 250 meters in them. So you get a lot of meterage for only 50 grams. So I picked up, since I'm going to hold this double, I picked up 6 of each color to hold double, which should be enough if the math was mathing correctly, which I relied on my roommate for because she is like a math queen. And as you know, if you followed any of my podcasts, I really suck at math when it comes to finding yarn amounts that I need. So I entrusted her to do some math for me. But yeah, these are my 2 yarns. And I was going to film in there, but it was really just us and somebody that was getting help like right behind us. So I felt really awkward and I didn't want to film in there, but I filmed the outside of me walking to the yarn store. If you've wanted to know what downtown Hillsboro looks like, I have a lovely clip of that, but I really like that yarn shop. It is kind of new to us. We hadn't gone before. I think this is our second time going. That is where I picked up my yarn for my koi cardigan. They have a lovely selection of a lot of yarns that I hadn't seen before, like Isager, and they also have Sandus Garn, and they have a couple other brands that I have never heard of before / wanted to try, so I really like going there for kind of more of those things. But yeah, I'm really excited, and that is kind of all I have to talk about. I really enjoyed the festival. I will definitely go again, and if you are in the North Carolina area and you like that kind of thing, I would highly recommend going. Next year it was only $7. It's $12 for both days. A little bit more expensive if you buy online, but you get to skip the line waiting for tickets, which wasn't really that long anyway, but you know, just ease and comfort. Very spacious, not hot in there. They did have some concessions, but definitely I would say if you plan on being there longer, bring us some snacks. And I know they do have some workshops and things. I did not participate in any of those just because that's not really my interest to do while I'm there, but I know they have, I think, a whole list of workshops both Friday and Saturday that they provide. So yeah, if you are in the area, I absolutely recommend checking it out if you're interested in finding a new yarn, or maybe you want to get into those different kinds of fiber work such as weaving and roving and felting, all those kinds of things. They have a very large selection of those as well. So that is all I have to talk about. I hope the vlog style-esque thing was okay. I'm definitely going to try to be a bit more confident with the camera. I'm very conscious of not only myself but other people, and yeah, I'm sure that will come with more recording over time. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in more of my content, feel free to subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram, where I try to post a little bit more frequently. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.